Watch someone right before they step onto a stage to give a speech that genuinely terrifies them. Hands shaking slightly. Heart pounding hard, visibly. Stomach twisted into a tight knot underneath everything. That's not the calm, fearless face people usually imagine when they picture someone brave. And yet, they walk out onto that stage anyway, right on cue. Meanwhile, someone else, feeling that exact same fear, stays backstage instead, frozen completely, unable to actually move forward at all. Same fear precisely. Same physical sensations running through both bodies. Only one of them is ever called fearless afterward. Most people are quietly waiting for a feeling that's never actually going to arrive on its own. I'll do it once I'm not scared anymore. I'll speak up once the fear finally goes away completely. I'll take the risk once I feel genuinely ready and confident about it. That specific day never actually comes for almost anyone, ever. Fear doesn't politely wait its turn and then leave on schedule. It simply sits there, quietly, for as long as you let it keep making all your decisions for you instead. Here's the actual truth about people everyone calls fearless, one that surprises most people the first time they hear it clearly. They're not fearless at all, in any real sense of that specific word. They feel fear constantly, honestly, probably more often than most people would ever guess just by watching them. The real difference isn't happening inside their body at all. It's happening in the small, specific gap between feeling that fear and actually acting anyway, despite it being there the entire time. Courage was never actually the absence of fear, no matter how often that specific idea gets repeated casually. Courage is fear, present and fully felt, with action taken directly through it anyway, right in that exact moment. The fearless-looking person on that stage is genuinely terrified the entire time they're up there speaking. They just decided, somewhere earlier, that the fear wouldn't be the one making the final decision for them that particular day. Think of someone who wanted to start a specific business for genuinely years on end, quietly waiting the entire time. Waiting to feel ready. Waiting for the fear to finally settle down on its own naturally. Waiting for some kind of internal permission that honestly never actually arrived, no matter how long they waited for it patiently. 5 years passed this way, quietly, one waiting year after another. The fear never actually left on its own during any of it. It just sat there, patiently, running the entire show completely. Now think of someone else entirely, with a genuinely similar dream and comparable circumstances surrounding it. Just as scared, honestly, if not more scared than the first person by any real measure. But they started anyway, terrified the whole time, hands shaking as they signed the very first paperwork. The fear didn't disappear for them either, not even slightly at first. It just stopped being the one deciding what actually happened next in their life, moment by moment. There's real neuroscience behind exactly why fear feels so genuinely convincing and hard to simply argue away with logic alone. Your amygdala, the small region deep in your brain responsible for detecting threats, honestly can't tell the difference between real physical danger and a purely social or emotional one. Standing in front of a hostile crowd triggers nearly the exact same physiological alarm as actually facing a genuine predator would, thousands of years ago. Racing heart. Tight chest. A powerful urge to simply run away immediately. Your body treats a difficult conversation exactly like it might treat a real, physical threat. This is precisely why fear feels so completely convincing in the actual moment it shows up. It's not being dramatic or exaggerating anything at all, from your body's own limited perspective on the situation. It genuinely believes something dangerous is happening right now, in this exact instant. But that alarm, however convincing it honestly feels in your chest, isn't always an accurate, reliable signal about actual real danger. Sometimes it's simply reacting to something unfamiliar, or something socially risky, mistaking that specific discomfort for genuine physical threat instead. Here's what makes this genuinely useful information instead of simply depressing to hear. That specific alarm can actually be recalibrated over time, through a well-documented process researchers call habituation. Every single time you feel the fear and act anyway, despite it being there, your brain quietly collects new evidence about what actually happened as a result. I did the scary thing, and I genuinely survived it completely intact. Repeat that particular experience enough times consistently, and the alarm itself gradually gets quieter, more accurate, less overwhelming with each new instance. But here's the specific trap that keeps so many people permanently stuck at the exact same fear level for years on end. Avoidance feels like genuine relief in the moment it actually happens, almost instantly and powerfully. Skip the scary conversation, and the fear immediately drops away, at least temporarily for a while. But that specific relief actually teaches your brain something deeply unhelpful in the long run. This particular thing really was dangerous, exactly like I originally suspected it might be. The alarm gets slightly louder next time instead of quieter, reinforced by your own avoidance of it. So how do you actually start becoming genuinely fearless yourself, starting today, using this same specific mechanism? You stop waiting for the fear to disappear completely before you finally act on something important. You start acting directly within the fear instead, right while it's still fully present in your body. Feel the shaking hands, the racing heart, the tight knot in your stomach. Then do the specific thing anyway, deliberately, despite every single one of those uncomfortable physical sensations happening simultaneously. Start with something genuinely small, long before you ever attempt the truly big, terrifying thing on your actual list. Speak up once in a meeting where you'd normally stay completely quiet instead. Send the message you've been nervously drafting for days without ever actually sending it. Make the phone call you've been quietly avoiding all week long. Each small action, taken directly through real fear, teaches your brain the exact same lesson. I survived that specific thing completely, and it genuinely wasn't as dangerous as it originally felt inside. Name the fear directly and clearly, out loud if genuinely possible, or at least silently inside your own head. I'm afraid right now, and I'm going to do this specific thing anyway, regardless. That single sentence does something surprisingly powerful in that exact moment. It stops fear from secretly running the entire show behind the scenes, unquestioned and unexamined. It turns fear into simply one honest fact among several others, instead of the one single, silent commander making every decision for you. Track your specific actions taken despite fear, not the actual feeling of fear itself, which will genuinely fluctuate constantly regardless of what you do. Some days the fear feels genuinely lighter and more manageable. Other days it feels heavier and more overwhelming than usual, for no clear reason at all. That specific feeling was honestly never the real, reliable measure of your actual progress here. The measure is simply whether you acted anyway, consistently, regardless of how intense that fear happened to feel on that particular day. Over time, something genuinely important shifts inside you, quietly and permanently, the more you actually practice this specific approach. The alarm itself gets measurably quieter with each repeated experience of surviving the thing you were originally afraid of. What once felt completely terrifying starts feeling merely uncomfortable instead, manageable in a way it never used to feel before. You haven't actually eliminated fear from your life completely, and that was genuinely never the real goal here to begin with. You've simply taught your own brain, through real repeated evidence, that you can feel afraid and still move forward anyway. So the next time real fear shows up, sharp and immediate inside your chest, remember something important about what's actually happening. Fearless people feel it too, exactly like you do right now, every single time it arrives. The only real difference is what happens in the very next moment that follows it directly. Feel it fully, honestly, without pretending it isn't there at all. Name it clearly to yourself in that exact instant. Then do the specific thing anyway, deliberately, one small terrified action at a time. That's not the absence of fear. That's genuinely what becoming fearless actually looks like, in practice.